Right.
Yep. So, all right, have you ever been out somewhere, saw someone you thought was cute, and wondered if they were single?
You wish you could just have that bubble above your head.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single person out there that has not wanted to know, I wonder if that person, is
Have
available.
you been to a traffic light party?
No.
No. I've not been to one. I just heard of one a couple weeks ago. So if you're single, you wear green. If you're taken, you wear red. And if you're not really sure what's going on, you wear yellow.
Okay, so you're somewhere.
So it's kind of the way of knowing if somebody's
Right.
single or taken,
so
right?
that works really well if you're at a traffic light party. But what about in real everyday life? Well, today's CEO that we have coming up after the break has solved that problem with his new dating software. It's got location-aware technology to know exactly who is single around you at any given moment. This is pretty unbelievable technology here. When we come back from the break, we have Mehrdad here in studio with us today, founder and CEO of CupidRadar. You can go to CupidRadar.com right now. We'll be taking questions live here in studio at 888-PULSE-08. That's 888-785-7308, or you can email us at marketpulse@lpl. Today is our Words from the Wise segment where we interview local CEOs, people who have pretty much rocked the town. And here we're extending all the way up to the LA area with our guest in. Today's CEO has solved the problem everyone has experienced at one point and another, and that is, I wonder if that guy or girl over there is single.
Well, you gotta think. You're out and about. Let's say you're at a party, and it's not a traffic light party, or you're at a bar, or you're at a sporting event. You see that cute girl sitting over there, or guy, depending on the situation, if you're male or female. You're like, do I want to embarrass myself? And what if they're married? Or what if they're in a serious relationship? I mean, I've always had those questions.
I know.
Right?
So no matter where you are right now, chances are there are other interesting, attractive, adventurous singles out there. You just need to figure out how to find them. CupidRadar searches and shows which other members are around you right at that moment. So if you see a match that you're interested in, you can message them through the system easily. You don't have to share a single bit of private information. And if you're both interested, you can get together right then and there, or pick a time later on, and see what Destiny's got for you.
See what happens, right?
See what Cupid's got brewing up for you there. You only are going to know if you go to CupidRadar.com. So the creator and founder of this revolutionary technology, Mehrdad Sarlak, is in studio with us today telling us more about this incredible software, answering all of our questions live on air. If you've got a question, give us a call, 888-PULSE-08. That's 888-785-7308. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Shavon and Josh. I want to thank you guys so much for having me on. This is a terrific, terrific show you guys have.
Thank you.
People.
Thank you. So if you think about it, there's really no foolproof way to know whether or not someone's single. I mean, a wedding ring, and I forgot mine today. So what? What does that mean? People think I'm single today? So, you don't even know. But now you can. Now you can know for sure if someone's single. So tell me about this. Tell me about this technology. How does it work?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You're walking around through your day, and if you're single, you see people that you're interested in. It's always that you've got that fear factor of going up to somebody, even if you're the most confident alpha male in the world. You're gonna be a little cautious, and of course, we know women tend to not want to approach men. So I got to thinking about this a long time ago. What if there was a way that you could figure out what was in somebody's head? If you could, I think Josh, you mentioned earlier a thought bubble, right?
Right.
If you knew that they were single, they were available, and they were interested, because just because you're single doesn't mean you're available, right? Maybe you're going through some time when you're trying to
focusing
process.
on your career, right?
Yeah, there you go. So, and are you interested in that person? So, I came up with this idea a long, long time ago, and the technology just wasn't available. I thought of some sort of a key ring, or I think you mentioned earlier about wearing your wedding ring. If there was a keychain or a watch or something that could broadcast your status, or a T-shirt, but none of that seemed like something anybody would want to wear. Although maybe these traffic parties now people are doing it. And so, but the technology just wasn't there. I was looking for something that would let you instant message, that would have high-definition graphics so you could see the person's photograph, and also that you could have some sort of a, real-time GPS tracking device that would know where you were in relation to other people. So I had to wait. I had to wait a long time for these various enabling technologies, which basically are all encompassed in what we call smartphones now, right? Your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your Android, all these devices have all of that technology in it. But there was something else I had to wait for, which was market acceptance. And nowadays people will tell you where they are, they'll tell you exactly where they're located, what they're doing, and who they're with. 5, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, that wasn't the case. People were really, scared or nervous to share that kind of information. So with the confluence of these market trends, these social changes that are occurring, and the technology, it was time for me to launch this product.
Absolutely. So using your cell phone as a tracking device, is there any sort of privacy concerns here that people should be aware of? Or
Not if you're using CupidRadar, you shouldn't have any. I don't know, maybe some other services, but this is something that's a very big deal to me. I'm all about longevity. So when I launched this company, I wanted to make sure that people would be in it for the long haul and would be comfortable using it for years to come. Obviously, privacy is always a big deal, and I always shy away from using the word tracking because while we know where you are, we don't let other users know where you are. We just let them know your vicinity. So, for example, the way it would work is if you did, let's say, have your wedding ring on today, Shavon, and we know you're married. So let's say one of your single friends were using this device. They would log into CupidRadar. They would create a profile on CupidRadar.com. Very quick. It's very easy to do. We've designed it for people that are mobile and on the go. And you log in, you create your profile, you upload your picture, and we, of course, verify every single one to make sure that they're clean, the pictures are appropriate. We've got some very cool technology that we've developed and employed to ensure that the users are real people, because this is the problem that we have on other sites. And you start searching. You issue a search, and we find you at that moment. We also know where the other singles that are on our site are, and we return a set of matches that basically tell you, look, this person real time right now is 1 mile from you, 2 miles from you, whatever. And we round to the nearest miles. You can't triangulate and kind of guess where the person is actually located. You just know they're close to you. So you send them a very private message. We've developed a proprietary messaging protocol through CupidRadar. It's very, very quick. It's almost as fast as a text message. And if the person's interested, Josh, you were saying earlier, it's like the embarrassment factor's gone because you don't have to actually walk up to that person and get potentially shot down. And if they're interested, they message you back. And, the way that I look at it is I want to use this technology to bring the art of conversation back. Like everybody's on Facebook and Twitter, and we've got all these friends, and Shavon, you and I were chatting earlier about mutual friends, and sometimes there are people that you haven't seen in years. You don't really get to spend time with them, but you know little bits and pieces about them. And I really wanted to use technology to bring people together. So I thought, what better way than to have two single people actually use this technology to meet face-to-face within minutes of contacting each other, rather than exchanging messages for weeks or months only to get together to find out there wasn't any chemistry.
Well, I was just talking to a friend last night. She went on a first date with someone from another well-known dating site. Said he was super nice. They had nice conversation. She was like, but he's not for me. I mean, in one text message, she tells me this response. And I feel like it's probably the 7th time I've heard her tell me this exact same thing. So I feel like so much time gets wasted in this, getting to know one another, inputting your, traits and things of that nature, and communicating. And then you meet, and then you know right away.
Boy, the chemistry wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
The thing that you can tell in the first, they say 3 to 8 minutes of sitting down and looking in someone's eyes and talking to them is more than any 18-page psychological, mathematically, statistically viable profile analysis tool that any website can come up with. And I wanted to develop technology that would help get people physically in front of each other faster, not develop better tests and search criteria.
That's why I wear sunglasses all the time, so people can't see my eyes right away.
Well, Josh, you're a pretty good-looking guy. You might want to let him see your eyes.
Shady, a bit shady.
Shady.
Yeah, right. Maybe you shouldn't sign up on CupidRadar, Josh.
Yeah, I'm getting married in November, so I'm sorry.
All right, we've lost you already.
That's a huge loss.
That's a huge loss.
Well, congratulations. That's pretty exciting.
Thank you.
You'll have to tell me how you guys met. I'm always fascinated by how people meet.
Pretty interesting story. So.
It always is.
We are in studio right now. CupidRadar is the name of the company. You can go to CupidRadar.com right now and learn more about how you can find out who's single around you right now that you can meet up with at that moment, that's in your area. Finally get all the questions in your head out if someone's single or not. If you've got a question about the software, you can give us a call here in studio, 888-PULSE-08. That's 888-785-7308, or you can email us, marketpulse@lpl.com. As always, we donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for every call or email that we receive. So this really has to be a game changer, especially for people that travel a lot. I would think that people that travel for work, they got to be lonely. They may, they're out to dinner. So this software's just got to totally be what they're looking for.
I think at some point I'm going to have to bring you guys on board this company, because you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly one of the key demographics that we go after, is professional people that are of high integrity, honest, decent, hardworking people who travel a lot. And look, we live in a mobile society. You know, in, let's say, our parents' generation, the average person was in a job for 20 to 30 years. Now that average stays between 3 to 7 years, on average around 5. Or, for example, you know, home ownership, same thing. People are very, very mobile. I travel between 80 to 100,000 miles a year myself. I frequent flyer miles all over the place. So this is what you said is exactly true. And all of these people have smartphones. All of them have these locating devices. And I mean, just imagine this. You're a business traveler, you're single, you land in a city, Atlanta, Houston, wherever, some other major city, and you land and you're thinking, I've been on a plane all day, I've been talking to business associates, I just want to have dinner with somebody that's new and
Good
interesting.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Just want to have a friendly dinner date. And you hop on CupidRadar, you do a search, and you realize there's somebody less than a mile away from you. You message that person and say, hey, here's my situation, like to have dinner, and maybe they say yes, they come and meet you, and who knows? I mean, who knows what can develop out of that. You know, that's the cool thing about this. The tagline that I came up with is that while destiny gets you close, CupidRadar brings you together. I always think about that.
That's
Good.
nice.
I always think about
It's
that.
good.
Like during the day, you're going through your day, and there's all these people that are driving past you, flying past you, walking, biking past you, and if you could stop and interview each one of these people, which obviously you can't, but if you could, each one of these people has a story, right? And that story may be romance, it may be they're looking for a roommate, they're looking for an activity partner, they're looking for a travel, maybe they got a couch they're selling, you're looking for a couch, or they're hiring, and you've got that skill set. Everybody's got a story that if you could know, you might actually find a way that they would fit into your life in a really meaningful way, that right now, with your head down, you know, you're busy, we're all going places, you just walk right on past them. And so I wanted to, you know, really bring forward the romance angle of that first, because there are so many single people, and there are so many people that are interested, and ultimately everybody wants to find love and be happy. And I mean, that's really kind of what it's about.
Absolutely. All right, we are in studio today with Mehrdad Sarlak. Am I saying it correctly?
Ooh, that gives me chills.
The Persian part of me just, you know, lets it roll off the tongue. CupidRadar.com is the website. Go on right now, create an account, and see who's single around you right now. There's no monthly fees, no contracts. We're going to get to more of those details here in a minute. But if you've got a question, give us a call, 888-PULSE-08. That's 888-785-7308. Or you can email us, marketpulse@lpl.com.